The history of America is a long and complex one, dating back to the first human arrival on the continent over 15,000 years ago. Indigenous peoples inhabited the Americas for thousands of years before the arrival of Europeans in the late 15th century. These peoples developed a wide range of cultures, from the nomadic hunter-gatherers of the Great Plains to the complex civilizations of Mesoamerica and South America. Some of the most notable pre-Columbian civilizations include the Olmecs, Maya, Aztec, and Inca. These civilizations were highly advanced, with sophisticated systems of agriculture, government, and religion. They also built impressive cities and temples. European colonization of the Americas began in the late 15th century with the voyages of Christopher Columbus. Spain, Portugal, England, France, and other European powers established colonies in North and South America. These colonies were often exploitative and brutal. Many indigenous peoples were killed or enslaved. However, the colonies also brought new technologies and ideas to the Americas, which had a profound impact on indigenous cultures. In the 18th century, the 13 British colonies in North America rebelled against British rule. The colonists were unhappy with British taxes and trade restrictions, and they also wanted greater political representation. The American Revolution began in 1775 and ended in 1783 with the signing of the Treaty of Paris. The treaty recognized the independence of the United States of America. After the Revolution, the United States adopted a new constitution and established a federal government. The country experienced rapid economic growth and territorial expansion in the early 19th century. However, the United States also experienced significant social tensions during this period, including the issue of slavery. The southern states relied on slave labor to produce cotton, while the northern states were increasingly industrializing. The issue of slavery eventually led to the Civil War in 1861. The northern states fought to preserve the Union and the southern states fought to secede and form a new nation based on slavery. The Civil War was the bloodiest conflict in American history, with over 600,000 soldiers killed. The war ended in 1865 with the defeat of the Confederacy and the abolition of slavery. After the Civil War, the United States entered a period of Reconstruction. The goal of Reconstruction was to rebuild the South and to integrate African Americans into American society. Reconstruction was a difficult period, and it was marked by violence and racism. However, Reconstruction also brought about significant progress. African Americans gained citizenship and the right to vote. They also made gains in education and employment. The late 19th and early 20th centuries were known as the Gilded Age. This period was marked by rapid economic growth and industrialization. However, it was also a period of great inequality. The Progressive Era was a reform movement that began in the late 19th century and continued into the early 20th century. Progressives sought to address the problems of the Gilded Age, such as inequality, corruption, and environmental degradation. The United States played a major role in both World War I and World War II. The country emerged from World War II as one of the two superpowers, along with the Soviet Union. The Cold War was a period of tension and rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union. The Cold War ended in 1991 with the collapse of the Soviet Union. Since the end of the Cold War, the United States has continued to be a major global power. The country has played a leading role in global affairs, including trade, security, and human rights. The United States has also experienced significant social and economic changes in the post-Cold War era. The country has become more diverse and more technologically advanced. However, the United States also faces a number of challenges, including income inequality, climate change, and political polarization. The history of America is a complex and multifaceted one. The country has experienced periods of great progress and prosperity, as well as periods of great conflict and turmoil. However, through it all, the United States has remained a nation committed to the ideals of liberty, equality, and justice for all.